What's up YouTube, it's your boy Stans here, and welcome to a brand new Pixelmon Generations showcase video here on the channel. Pixelmon Generations 8.0 is about to release, or I guess depending on when you guys actually watch this video, has already been released. And this video, this update, changes the way you look at Pixelmon forever. This update's really big. There's a ton of things to go through, so I'm going to try my best to cover as much as possible. And then when it comes to new content, I want to bring you guys all the new information that you guys could possibly want. So we're going to try to go through this not only quick, but as thorough as possible. If you guys are excited for this update, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on those notifications so you never miss an upload. Let's get into it. So this update, I'm going to start off with some basic information. It's going to be very structure heavy, which is pretty cool if you're just playing on a vanilla world, no custom world, just, you know, hop into Pixelmon and things just out of the world different. So, a new, I guess, mod has been introduced to the mod pack in general, and that's Biomes of Plenty. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like 139 different biomes. What's pretty cool is all the Pokemon now spawn in a different part of the biome. I believe every biome has 60 specific spawns. Might have more, might have less, but give or take, that's really what it is. All Pokemon, the way that they spawn, are now actually like hand-chosen. So when you're like, this Pokemon doesn't make sense, why does it spawn here? That's changed. So now the development team has looked at all the Pokemon, all the biomes, and determined this is where this Pokemon fits in based on, you know, appearance, typings, things like that. So now all the biomes should have some sort of spawning. The patch notes say something about the Nether in the end, also having some spawning there too. I can't tell you guys that. I don't know for sure. I haven't tested out myself just yet. Maybe they've waited on it for a future update. I'm not entirely too sure. That's something for you guys to test out, or maybe it comes in the future. But spawning has been fixed, and there's plenty of spawning. Biomes of plenty. It's going to be pretty fun. I like this already. Also, the Pokemon Center and the Pokemon Mart, I guess, have been changed. You guys can kind of see the Pokemon Center behind me. It's changed. It's no longer that basic structure that Pixelmon's known for the past, what, 7 years, 8 years? It's changed up. Now it's different. You head in here, and, you know, it's different. I like it. I like this a lot. It makes it more like a Pokemon Center feel. And it's still very small, so it doesn't take up so much space. But you can go in here, and then if you have like your own server and you use this structure, you can of course just sit down and have multiple players sit down, give the feel of an actual Pokemon Center. Then the Pokemon kind of gives the same vibe, but it also kind of plays off of the video game, for example, where you walk into the Pokemon and they're not actually in front of you, they're actually to the side. And this is where you would have, of course, your shopkeepers. And this stone stair is actually supposed to play the role of, like, for example, the register. But of course, you know, this whole little structure is newly designed. I personally like this. But yeah, that's the first thing we're going to be covering is new Pokemon, new Poke Center, new structures, biomes of plenty. I don't know. Give us a thumbs up. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about, just so we can get through it as quick as possible, is brand new Pokemon. Now, up until the release, I was expecting all the Pokemon from Generation 8 to be released. However, they figured the update was a little too big. They wanted to pretty much minimize the bugs when it came to this update. So they decided to wait on dropping all the Pokemon at the moment, and the future updates will have more of the Pokemon from Generation 8. However, they decided to give us a few this time around. And I'm going to be honest with you, they're some of the most important ones in my opinion. So how about let's get started with them right below. Right below. Okay, so you guys probably see that shadow already, but we're not going to talk about that. So the first things that we want to talk about are the apple Pokemon. We have Applin, which is the little apple. We have Flapple, which is the flying lizard. That kind of like ate the inside of the apple, and then we have Appleton, which is like an apple pie. So these are the new Pokemon. They're all, I believe Applin is just grass, but the rest are grass dragons. So it's gonna be new Pokemon to have on the team, so you guys can mess around with. Then we have Yamper and Bolton. Everybody fell in love with Yamper when it first got revealed. Considering, like, I think it has a heart on its butt. It does, look, it's it has a heart on its butt. And then Bolton, of course, is the evolved form. Personally, I'm not a big fan of these Pokemon. However, they are here now. Of course, both are electric-type Pokemon, so you can take advantage of them and use them however you wish. Some of my favorite Pokemon here, Choodle and Dreadnought, are making their way to Pixelmon Generations, which is pretty cool. I believe both are rock/water type Pokemon. Dreadnought is he's pretty tanky when it comes to like Gigantamax and Dynamax forms and stuff like that. One of my personal favorites from pretty much me using it. Then we have Gossifleur and Eldegoss. Again, another one's my favorites just because Gossifleur has a beautiful shiny, and then Eldegoss can have some use in competitive Pokemon. It's a little bit more on the gimmicky side, but still pretty cool. New Pokemon added in. Both are solid grass-type Pokemon and have access to the Regenerator ability, which is pretty cool. Then we have Nickit and Thievul, which are both Dark-type Pokemon. When we first saw them, people were just talking about how they could potentially be Fire types, things like that. But yeah, both are solid Dark-type Pokemon, early route Pokemon from Sword and Shield, of course. I believe all of these, except maybe the Applin, are kind of like early game Pokemon. But that's pretty cool. I like these. And then now time for, of course, the big one. You guys saw the shadow. You guys know what it is. Ultra Necrozma is in Pixelmon Generations. Let's go, baby. So if you guys don't know, this is a form that Necrozma can reach using a specific move. And, of course, that move's been added to Pixelmon Generations as well. I believe this is like the craziest Pokemon ever created when it comes to like base stats and things like that. So it's going to be something to look out for in the future. More than likely, it's probably not going to be used in competitive Pokemon just because it's a little too strong. But yeah, you can also reach this form outside of battle. The same goes for like Primal Evolution Pokemon, like Mega Evolution Pokemon. Very similar style. You can use them outside of battle just to show them off. But yeah, Ultra Necrozma is finally in Pixelmon, which is pretty cool. We added Own Temple to Rockruff. I believe that makes it easier to evolve into, what is it, Dusk? Yeah, right? Or Dawn? Dawn Lycanroc? I don't know. It makes it easier to evolve into one of those. All Pokemon now have up-to-date movesets based on Gen 8 mechanics. So if Pokemon Home has some sort of mechanics, or Pokemon Home has some sort of files on Pokemon that aren't necessarily in Sword and Shield, but have updated their movesets and things like that, that's already been updated as well here on Pixelmon Generations, so that's something to look out for. Like I said, Ultra Necrozma was here, Ultra Burst, light that burns the sky. We added a few more moves. Of course, they're moves that are going to be, you're going to see from Generation 8 Pokemon. All TR moves have been added in. Poké Drops to all Gen 8 Pokemon, and that includes this release and the release before. We've revamped the Poké Drop, so 100 of items have been added to the drop table for various Pokemon. And then there's no limits on Kyurem Black and Kyurem White when it comes to trade and PC limits. What else can I tell you guys right now? How about a bunch of fixes? I'm not going to go through the fixes themselves, just because they're just kind of a lot. But there are some fixes. Of course, patch notes will have them. Patch notes will be included in the description below. We added all event moves for a ton of Pokemon, like Aerodactyl and Chansey, and for the most part, they're all going to be the event move like, what is it, Celebrate, and Z-Move Celebrate, and things like that. We have new mounts when it comes to Pixelmon. We have Aggron, Appleton, Bolton, Dreadnought, Furfrou, Landorus Therian, Silvally, Thievul, Tornadus Therian, type Null. So those are all new mounts. You can ride them if you have them in Pixelmon. And then new special Pokemon. So we're going to go through those in just a second. And then we updated sprites for a ton of special Pokemon. So yeah, let's actually get those new special Pokemon showcase for you guys. I don't think you guys are ready for this. Actually, I'm not ready myself. I haven't seen them either. So let's take a look at the special Pokemon. So I'm going to flat out say it. Mega Charizard, Mega Swampert, Mega Tyranitar, and Mega Rayquaza all got a special texture. However, I'm on a new world. I don't have the Mega Band. I can't show you guys that at the moment. However, I would love it for you guys to show me. So if you guys want to send me some pictures of how these guys look on Twitter or on Discord, of course, links to both of those things will be in the description below. I am more than welcome to, because I want to see how they take out, or how they turn out, how they look and whatnot. However, I have the rest of the special texture Pokemon, so we're going to take a look at them. So we have the Applin family, we have the Hatenna family. We're going to take a look at those first. So we have Applin, who I believe, I can't really, is that a shiny Lucario? What is that? Is that like a, I don't know why, that looks like it's chocolate filled. Why does it look like the Applin inside is chocolate filled? Is this, I don't know why that pie looks really good. Is this a donut? No, it can't be a donut, right? I don't know. I really like though. I really like this though. Is it, it can't be an orange, right? Oh, there's a Mega Pokemon right there. Maybe I can show you guys how these guys look. If you guys want to let me know down in the description, but I know, of course, devs take a look at, you know, the Pokemon that I showcase here, and they tend to tell me exactly what these are based off of. So, of course, shout out to you guys in the comment section below. You guys are honestly the best. You guys give us the content that we love here on the server. This looks oddly familiar. I can't tell you what it is, though. I feel like it looks like Toadette. I don't know why. It gives me a Toadette vibe. But it can't be Toadette, right? Maybe? Oh, it is Toadette! 100% has to be Toadette, right? 100% has to be Toadette. If you guys don't know, I think it's like a female counterpart to Toad in the Mario series. Or you could throw the, I think it was like the crown or the hat. They throw a crown on Toadette, and of course she becomes like Princess Peach. I think this is what this is themed after. I could be completely wrong, but of course the devs down in the description below. Shout out to you guys for helping me out in that situation. Honestly though, that Hatterini does look pretty dope though, so that's going to be something to look out for in the future. It's probably going to be one that I want to get myself, honestly. Next batch is going to be Cottonee and Whimsicott, two of my favorite Pokemon. Here is Cottonee first, who looks like a foofball. That looks pretty cool. I don't know what this is based off of, but it looks like a star piece. What if it's a fragment star from like Animal Crossing? That'd be pretty dope. Oh, Whimsicott looks really cool. That little candies in its hair. I don't know if that's what it actually is. Whimsicott looks really cool. Of course, you guys gotta fill me in. What are these actually based off of? Next, we have a Squovette, who is an orange squirrel. Alvin? I'm just saying that just to be dumb. I have no idea what this is based off. I don't know why. Kind of getting a Rudolph bait, I feel like that's Rudolph. I know it's not Rudolph. Like, that looks familiar. I don't know where that's from, though. I don't know where that's from, but that looks really, really familiar. So, of course, fill me in the comment section below. Next, we have a Lantern and Chinchou. They're literally green lanterns. I don't know if you guys see it. They're literally green lanterns. That's actually really clever. Considering Green Lantern's kind of one of my favorite superheroes in general, that's pretty cool. That's honestly pretty cool. It's literally a Green Lantern. What's next on our list of special Pokemon to take a look at here? We have Leavanny and Kumala. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I feel like he's a little forgettable. Ooh, Suwaddle looks pretty cool. Little flowery theme. It's like perfect for the summer, to be honest. What about Swablu? Oh, imagine if this update dropped like at the start of spring. That would have been pretty perfect, to be honest. Especially when it comes to Leavanny, Swablu, this line. Oh, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. This makes me like this Pokemon a lot more, because I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this Pokemon, but this makes me like it a lot. Then we have Kumala, which in my opinion is a very forgettable Pokemon, but is that a beer? Oh, it's a honey pot. What is this based off of? What is this based off? I don't know what this is based off of. I honestly thought it looked like a beer, though. I was like, oh, look, it has a beer in 10. But that looks pretty cool, though. And then I believe we have a few more to take a look at. I think it's the Nidoqueen line. Yes, it is the Nidoqueen line. That's going to be the last ones that we're going to take a look at here today when it comes to special texture. Like I said, there's 4 more when it comes to Mega Pokemon, but I don't have those available at the moment. And then this is Nidoran female. Oh, it's definitely like the whole spring/summer vibe to it, and I like this a lot. What about Nidorina? Oh, I like Nidorina a lot. Yo, stop going anywhere. What do you mean? I want to take a look at you. Cool. And then finally, we have Nidoqueen. Oh, is that like a flower crown? It's definitely a flower crown. I like this. I like Nidoqueen a lot. Her eyes always closed though? Her eyes are always closed though, right? I don't know. But Nidoqueen looks cool. I like Nidoqueen a lot. Okay, so I said this episode or this video was going to be heavy on structures because Pixelmon decided to add in a lot of new structures because there's new legendary catching Pokemon mechanics. I worded that completely weird. But yeah, there's a ton of Pokemon that have some sort of different mechanic to catching them now. Of course, you can just find them in the wild if I'm not mistaken. But if you want more of an experience when it comes to Pixelmon, you can go through these mechanic ways. And of course, catch the Pokemon how Pixelmon wants you to catch them now. I guess that's the best way of wording it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to give you guys a little bit of a screenshot, pretty much showing you how these new structures look and what Pokemon they pretty much work for and what is required. And then I'm probably going to do a voiceover. I can't really guarantee the voiceover, but I'm probably going to do this voiceover, pretty much telling you all the new Pokemon that have new legendary spawning mechanics, and we'll go through that. So hopefully you guys enjoy the next portion of this video. The first thing is going to be, of course, the Articuno Mulches and Zapdos shrines. Not anything unfamiliar when it comes to the mod pack, of course, because the shrines have been a part of the mod pack for a while. However, they got a brand new update, as you guys can see on the images showing up. They have towers now, which is pretty cool, and then if of course you have your own custom world going on, this would be a nice little feature to have in your custom world. And of course you guys should be able to locate these structures in your vanilla world. Like if you just booted up Pixelmon for the first time, they should be able to pop up. So the next structures that we have is going to be the Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice, and Reggie Steel shrine structures. These will be, of course, located in different biomes. So we're looking at the Desert Ruins, the Island Cave, and the Ancient Tomb, as you guys can see through these images. Of course, they have different methods of spawning in the Pokemon. They require you to gather crystals for the specific Titan Pokemon. And then, of course, on the monument itself, you should be able to right-click it depending on if you have the requirements met. Of course, I'm going to be doing separate videos on that subject when it comes to all of these new shrines, so be on the lookout for those. The Abundance Shrine is next, and it's for, of course, the Weather Trio, or the Forces of Nature Trio, Tornadus, Thunderous, and Landorus, and it requires you to have a Meloetta on your squad with, of course, the use of a Reveal Glass. Next, we have the Haunted Mansion, used for summoning Darkrai, which is pretty cool because you can get or set up something sort of similar to an event, like in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. When it comes to this Pokemon, which is pretty interesting, you can set up story adventures. Staying true to the lore, Ho-Oh is required to summon Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, of course, in the Brass Tower. If you guys have any knowledge of the Pokemon lore, they're said to be Pokemon revived by Ho-Oh, so it's a pretty interesting thing that they added in. Groudon and Kyogre are next on our list, and it's pretty cool because the Groudon structure is like a volcano, while the Kyogre structure is like an underwater temple, so it keeps the theme going. Of course, their shrines themselves are shaped and themed after Team Aqua and Team Magma, respectively, based on the Pokemon themselves. Pretty interesting mechanic on how to actually get them. Might be one of the more tougher tasks to do, however, I think it's a really cool, interesting take on summoning some Pokemon, some legendary Pokemon like these guys. The Tao Trio are next. Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem have a new structure for themselves on how to summon them, which is pretty cool. It kind of shows like a castle-like feel to it, very similar to, like, let's use N's Castle, for example. Of course, these new summoning mechanics are pretty cool because you can take advantage of using the orb more than just for the Bird Trio. Louia has a brand new structure slash spawning mechanic, and it requires you to get some orbs for Articuno, Zapdos, and Mulches, so it kind of keeps the whole lore of like it being the master of the Bird Trio. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it. The final structure that we're going to take a look at today is going to be the Tapu structure for, of course, Tapu Koko, Lele, Bulu, and Feeny. And this, of course, requires you to get something known as a Sparkling Stone. And then, of course, you have to have a Cosmog, Cosmoian, Lunala, or Solgaleo in your party with max friendship. Alright, guys, so that's going to be all the shrines that I'm going to show you guys in this video. I know they added more shrines where they're more loot-based. They're going to pop up around the map, and of course you can grab loot that way, and then you can get items that are necessary for, of course, the spawning mechanics of the legendary Pokemon. However, I figured I'd probably cover that in a different video, just because this was probably getting a little bit too long at this point. Another thing that I did not cover in this video, but I'll let you guys know, is there's more legendary Pokemon spawning mechanics that don't necessarily require shrines, but require items, and they're more... well, they're different, for example, than the shrine-based ones. So, like Heatran, Celebi, Meloetta, Hooper, are a few that I can name off the top of my head that I remember. I will be covering those in videos pretty much individually, and I hope you guys enjoy those when those come out. But yeah, there's so much more that I can go over when it comes to Pixelmon Generations 8.0. I don't think I can do it justice in just this video, so be on the lookout. Probably within the week of more videos coming out covering different things of this update. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, June 3rd is when they plan on releasing Pixelmon, so when that comes around, like, that's gonna be live for everybody else. You guys can experience it yourself. And if I miss something or I explain something poorly, you guys are more than welcome to spam my Twitter, spam my Discord, let me know how that stuff works out. Links in the description below for all that good stuff. But that's gonna be it for today's episode / video. I don't know why I call them episodes. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was very informative. I know there's so much more that I didn't cover. But yeah, the patch notes are available in the description below, so you guys check those out. And of course, maybe I'm covering it in a future video. So there's always all that good stuff. So make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications so you never miss an upload. I want to reach 2,000 subscribers by my birthday, July 16th. If you guys can help me reach that goal, I would appreciate it a butt ton. Of course, check out the rest of the content that I produce on this channel. And of course, check out my Pokemon channel. If you guys are a fan of like Pokemon Nuzlocke, Pokemon Let's Plays, Pokemon Shiny Reactions, things like that, make sure to check out my Pokemon channel. Should be in the description below as well with the rest of my socials. So check all that good stuff out. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later. Peace!